a queen's tragic end echoes through time. The Tower of London stands as a silent witness to centuries of bloodshed and betrayal. Among its many tales, one stands above the rest. Anne Boleyn, the queen who lost her crown and her head, yet refuses to leave. Why does her restless spirit linger? What secrets does she guard? Anne Boleyn's rise to power and her fall from grace. Anne Boleyn's story began with charm and ambition. Born to the noble Boleyn family in 1501, Anne grew up in a world of privilege, yet she was destined to rise far beyond her station. Sent to the court of Margaret of Austria and later France, she returned to England in 1522, bringing with her a refined education and courtly sophistication. Her wit and allure captured the attention of King Henry VIII, and their romance became the scandal of the century. Henry, desperate for a male heir, sought to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. Anne, however, refused to be his mistress and demanded the crown. The price of Anne's ambition was steep. As England split from the Catholic Church, she ascended to the throne in 1533. Yet her reign was fraught with turmoil. Anne's failure to produce a son and her polarizing personality made her enemies at court. By 1536, she was accused of adultery, treason, and incest. Historians still debate whether these charges were fabricated, but one thing is clear: Anne's fall was as dramatic as her rise. The execution, a queen's final moments. May 19, 1536. The courtyard of the Tower of London was eerily quiet as Anne Boleyn prepared for her final moments. Witnesses describe her as composed, dressed in a gown of dark gray damask and a crimson kirtle, symbolizing martyrdom. A French executioner, brought in for his skill with a sword, awaited her arrival. Anne's final speech was hauntingly graceful. She proclaimed her innocence, but prayed for the king's long life. As she knelt before the block, she repeated the phrase, "To Jesus Christ I commend my soul." With one swift stroke, her life ended. But for Anne Boleyn, death was not the end. Her restless spirit would soon take up residence in the very walls that saw her demise. First hauntings, the Tower of London's ghostly queen. The first accounts of Anne's ghost surfaced soon after her execution. Guards at the Tower of London began reporting strange occurrences: faint sobbing in the night, the sensation of being watched, and the unmistakable shadow of a woman pacing near the execution site. One of the most chilling stories involves a guard who encountered a headless woman dressed in Tudor attire. He fainted upon seeing her, only to wake and describe the figure as Anne Boleyn. The tower's Bloody Tower and Queen's House are said to be her favorite haunts. These encounters intensified over the years, solidifying Anne's place as one of England's most famous specters. Why does she linger? Is it grief, anger, or a desperate attempt to clear her name? The hauntings beyond the tower. Anne's spirit is not confined to the Tower of London. Her ghost has been spotted at Blickling Hall in Norfolk, her childhood home. On the anniversary of her execution, witnesses describe a spectral carriage drawn by headless horses arriving at the estate. Inside the carriage sits Anne, holding her severed head. Hampton Court Palace, another site associated with Anne, has also reported sightings. Staff and visitors alike have seen a shadowy figure gliding through the halls, her tragic story etched into the very fabric of the building. Anne's presence is not always terrifying. At Hever Castle, her family home, her ghost is said to roam the gardens peacefully, perhaps revisiting a happier time in her life. Testimonies of terrified witnesses. One account comes from a beefeater at the tower who claimed to hear footsteps echoing in the Queen's house late at night. Upon investigation, he encountered the ghostly figure of Anne, her head intact but her face solemn. The man resigned his post the following morning. Another chilling tale involves a visitor to the tower who unknowingly captured Anne's likeness in a photograph. The image showed a translucent figure standing near the site of her execution, dressed in Tudor rail clothing. Experts failed to explain the phenomenon, leaving many to wonder if Anne was making herself known. Theories behind Anne Boleyn's restless spirit. Why does Anne Boleyn's ghost persist centuries after her death? Historians and paranormal experts offer several theories. One explanation ties her restless state to the violent circumstances of her execution. Beheading, especially under false accusations, was a traumatic and unjust end. Some believe that such deaths create a powerful energy imprint, leaving behind an echo of the individual. Others speculate that Anne's spirit lingers out of unfinished business. Her life was marked by betrayal, ambition, and loss. Perhaps her ghost is a manifestation of her desire to clear her name or to confront those responsible for her downfall. Still, others argue that Anne's spirit represents the collective guilt of a nation. Her execution was a turning point in English history, marking the height of King Henry's history. Is her ghost a symbol of regret and penance for the sins of the past? The Tower of London, ground zero of hauntings. The Tower of London remains the epicenter of Anne Boleyn's hauntings. Guards and visitors report hearing her disembodied voice whispering through the halls. A few claim to have seen her spectral figure near the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula, where she is buried. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in the 19th century when a sentry encountered a white-clad figure on the battlements. When the figure advanced toward him, he thrust his bayonet forward, only for the weapon to pass through thin air. Shaken, the guard described the apparition as a headless woman. The tower's yeoman warders, known for their stoic demeanor, admit that Anne's ghostly presence unnerves even the most seasoned among them. Her shadowy figure near the scaffold site is a reminder of the tragic history embedded in the tower's stone. A royal afterlife, Anne's hauntings at Hampton Court Palace. Hampton Court Palace, where Anne spent time as queen, is another site tied to her spectral legacy. Visitors describe eerie phenomena, including sudden drops in temperature, flickering lights, and inexplicable footsteps echoing through the vast corridors. One spine-chilling account involves a group of tourists who felt an invisible force pass through them near Anne's chambers. Moments later, a pale figure was seen disappearing into the wall. Palace staff later confirmed that the spot was historically linked to Anne's presence. In one documented case, a tour guide captured an unexplainable mist in a photograph near Anne's portrait. Paranormal investigators later claimed it bore a faint resemblance to her face. The curse of Anne's legacy. Anne Boleyn's story transcends her ghostly apparitions, becoming a tale of defiance, ambition, and injustice. Her spirit has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless books, movies, and plays. Some believe Anne's ghost serves as a warning about the dangers of unchecked power and the fragility of ambition. Her life, filled with passion and resilience, ended in betrayal and despair, making her a timeless symbol of perseverance in the face of adversity. Her haunting presence is also a stark reminder of the human cost of political and personal rivalries. Anne's story has outlived her mortal life, embedding itself into the fabric of history and folklore. Modern-day paranormal investigations. In recent years, Anne Boleyn's ghost has become a subject of fascination for paranormal investigators. Equipped with advanced tools like EMF detectors and thermal cameras, researchers have attempted to document her presence at the Tower of London and other sites. Some claim to have recorded EVP, electronic voice phenomena, of a female voice saying "innocent" or "Henry." Others report temperature anomalies and shadowy figures captured on video. While skeptics dismiss these findings, believers argue that they add credence to Anne's spectral existence. The increasing interest in Anne's ghost reflects humanity's enduring curiosity about the afterlife and the stories that refuse to be forgotten. Unsolved mysteries. Why does Anne linger? Despite centuries of sightings and stories, one question remains: why does Anne Boleyn's spirit linger? Is it grief over her tragic fate, a quest for justice, or perhaps an unbreakable bond to the places she once called home? The unanswered nature of her haunting keeps her story alive, inviting endless speculation and debate. Anne's ghost has become a puzzle for historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and storytellers alike, a mystery as enduring as her legacy. Anne Boleyn's story is more than a ghost tale. It's a haunting reminder of ambition, betrayal, and the fragile balance of power. Her restless spirit, seen by countless witnesses, challenges the line between history and the supernatural. Whether seeking justice or simply reliving the pain of her tragic end, Anne remains an enduring enigma, a queen who refuses to be forgotten. But her haunting legacy is just the beginning. What if I told you there's another mystery hiding in plain sight, one that has baffled historians and cryptographers for centuries? Next time, we'll unravel the secrets of Leonardo da Vinci's hidden codes. Could his art and inventions hold clues to ancient knowledge or even predictions of the future? Don't miss out on this mind-bending exploration of Da Vinci's genius. Like, share, and subscribe to join us on this journey through history's most intriguing mysteries. And remember to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to uncover the truth. Who knows what secrets we'll reveal next?